As a kid, I've been to like 13 primary schools all over the country. I lived in like Folkestone, Dover, Hampton, South London, Streatham, pretty much everywhere, moving around different women's refuges at the time. But I think that's like made me who I am. Going into new schools, I always, as a kid, really popular. I made friends easily, but obviously with the bullies there, I used to fight bullies. When I moved to Folkestone, that's when I got into boxing. I was 11 years old. Like, I used to bunk the training, that hide under the seats, try and run away from the penalty fair people. They come to know me and that. And my coach, he let me train there for free sometimes if I didn't have money. So I've still got all my law books because obviously I was studying at the University of Surrey. I was doing quite well with it. I actually got 2-1 the first year. I made the sacrifice and I decided, look, I quit university. Although I put a lot of time into it, boxing's my dream and that's what I want to do. My heart would be a world champion. I lost the national championships in the ABAs, 2 years on the trot consecutively, but fortunately last year I just went in there full of confidence, left no stone unturned in the training, and I just really believed in myself. I thought, nah, you know what, this is my year. And then went into the final. That was a very special day because obviously it's been a long time coming. The hard work and the sacrifice paid off and I won the national championships. Now I'm ABA champ. How I got into contact with Kevin Mitchell was through my mum, as it goes, on Facebook. She had like a mutual friend, done a training session with him and loved it. It's like we just clicked and gelled straight away.
I had a good professional boxing career basically. I had 34 fights, so I had 30 wins, I had about 20 odd knockouts. Basically my problem was I loved the pub too much. This young kid walks into a gym with a friend of mine and asked me to train him for the GB Championships. So I get chatting to him about his training regime and how he trains and what he does day to day. Good-eyed kid, he comes from my sort of background and basically he's a kid with vulnerabilities, like the same sort of things I had basically. As a kid I had no knowledge of the sport of when you turn pro, about managing, signing contracts. I went in blind-eyed with my eyes closed, signed contracts I didn't know nothing about and got stung basically.
He's got bags of advice. He knows boxing, he's done it since he was a kid. Because he's been there and done it all, he can tell you, advise you what to do, what not to do, because he lived a little bit of a wild lifestyle. He knows that he could have achieved a lot more.
I live like an athlete now, not like I used to be. The old school fighters that we were, new fighters don't live how we used to live, so we just stick to that.
Got to be professional about it. Yeah. You'll be sweet, yeah. Got you about me, I'm sweet.
Yeah, I've done it all.
That's it. After the GB Three Nations tournament, I knew I had my Team GB assessment. So again, from then, I was just training, because it means everything to me, boxing. So I was just giving it my all every single day, doing sprints, sparring with the best. And when you're training up there, you've got all cameras on you. There's about 6 different GB coaches, and obviously, you got to impress and you got to fight for your spot. The assessment went really well. I thought I've got it now. I've given it everything. I've performed great, and I've won the ABAs this year, the GB Championships. I was on the train. My mum said, "Oh, the email come through." Like she was about to open it. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a look," and I opened the email and it said, "Oh, unfortunately, you've not been selected." And I was just crying my eyes out again. Really, I was emotional. But I thought, look, you know what? It is what it is. God's got a plan for me, and this is all part of my journey. Not every world champion went to the Olympics. You don't have to go that route. There's plenty of fighters. Even Kevin Mitchell, he didn't go on Team GB, and he made it.